today, as well as agriculture and tourism, because this is a three-pronged attack on the future in terms of developing the economy of this province. And just before the break, we were chatting a little bit about getting real, getting our hands to implement. And I just want to get a quick comment from Premier and MEC on what we just heard from Bra Rupsi.
Firstly, Bra Rupsi must understand that the studio, the Mahikeng Rhino Studios, are now in the hands of a private person. So for us to get it back, there has to be some discussions. So we've put up a team of lawyers who are engaging the private owner of the studio so that we can get it back as the government. But secondly, we've already requested the department here not to wait for the studio to come back. They should have already developed a program so that by the time we get the studio back, we start rolling the program immediately. And the discussions are going on well with the owner of the studio. So Rupsi must be rest assured that there's action in as far as that particular matter is concerned. And we have put aside in the government about 7 to 8 million to make sure that we deal with that particular problem. So we hope that as soon as we have the studio back, then people can start using the studio. The second issue he has raised is about Rustenburg. I will be glad if after this session you can come, Bra Rup, so that you give us those proposals that we have for Rustenburg, because we have said that we must have that for all the 19 municipalities as part of not only promoting the arts and the culture, but also using the arts and the culture as a catalyst to build towards the promotion of tourism in the province. So we'll be glad that you have already started in Rustenburg, and I can assure you that proposal is going to be followed on, and we are going to make sure that it's implemented.
Okay. MEC, do you want to add?
Yeah, Peter, when I started, I said we are not conducting business like before. Now we have started to work with the new vision. This new vision, we've already started. The other important sector aspect that we need to do is the linkage between the tourism and arts and culture. We need to come up with a good strategy so that these two pillars, we need to strengthen them and working closely together. And to implement, I think we have put aside the money, like I said, for example, your bursaries and the money for the project for the artists, we have already started. Now, this is our plan. Our artists are here. They must not only talk. They must come. They must not wait the time like this and come and comment and go. They must come from time to time. They must come with and work together with us so that we can achieve. Because really...
are you going to give them access to you? Because one
yes,
of the challenges in the past is that they do want to reach you, but somewhere along the line they get blocked.
No, I told my PA, I told all my chief of staff to say, when the artists want to see me, because, Peter, you cannot come from your house to say, I'm going to see visit MEC just to go and sit there. It means we have something to talk to. So I said they must allow them, and we must create a platform for them, because really for the past, we used to say, yes, department working with silos, and then the artists there, or the people of the Northwest, we're not working together with them. Now we want to work with them to achieve our, because our target is to, 2019, we want to reach 6% economy in the Northwest.
Right.
So if we can start now, by 2019 we'll be reaching our goal.
Okay, well let us hope. Let's get 3 quick questions, starting with Kagiso Kai, table 7. If you could ask your question quickly, we're going to get 3 quick questions in and then get some responses. Table number 7.
Tla ke dumedise le mo primary le botle ba ba leng gone ke lebogela re rotloetsa matlhagatlhaga o nang lone ke ne ke re Bokone Bophirima in a people who are capable that we can take this province to the next level. The possibility of us creating our own SOPI so that we can bring our children back home so that we can boost the economy of this province. We have business people here. I believe they'll be able to contribute in making sure that this SOPI sees a light. The other issue is our Arts and Culture Award in order to motivate our people, artists, to acknowledge the work that they are doing. I think in that fashion we'll be able to take this province to the next level and beat other provinces because we have imported our people that the department in this province has invested more. They go there and take whatever. So I say let's do the campaign of bringing back our children back home so that we can take this province to the next level. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Isaac Nyokong, table number 23. Isaac.
Yes, thanks, Peter. Dumelang bagolo. Lebitso la ka ke Isaac Nyokong ke bereka ka di arts mo Northwest. So, Premier, this is in connection with the Mzansi Golden economy strategy. Ne ke batla go itse how are we going to, in terms of developed provinces like Gauteng, tse di setseng di le advanced. Re tlo go dira yang gore in connection le Mzansi Golden economy gore re kgone go benefita the artists le di practitioners tsa arts mo Northwest. But also I think we need to look seriously mo tabeng ya gore re ka adopt a national strategy sa Mzansi Golden economy provincially so that we are able to accommodate all the artists. Whereas because we are not trying to compete with the provinces that are advanced like Gauteng and other places, but now I think to make it reach all the parts of Northwest, I think we need to look into adopting the Mzansi Golden economy into a provincial outlook and strategy. And also I would like to know what the Premier thinks about this last part of the question. Thanks.
Okay, interesting. And then Africa, you're on table 32.
Ke a leboga batsadi ke a le dumedisa lotlhe ke Africa khadi ke tswa ko Ratlo local municipality ko Setlhagole ko Setlhwatlho section from Setlhwatlho sacred heritage site ke ne ke botsa mo premier le MEC gore ba dirang or ba ikeletse go dirang ka di heritage site tse di seng di declare officially le gore ba dirang go di supporta go ka promote or go encourage rural tourism. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you very much indeed, Africa, for that question about heritage sites and them not yet being declared. All right, let's address a soap opera. Is there any way we can have a Generation Sisibaya from Mahikeng?
It's quite possible. Yes. Let them bring a proposal. We will support it. Right. I think it's important for that to be done, so we agree with them. The second issue, as far as the Mzansi Golden economy is concerned, it's a national strategy that has been adopted. So all the provinces are working within that broader strategy. So the department is currently working on provincialization of the strategy that has been developed at the national level. The benefits for artists and so on that has been raised. We must understand that gradually we want to bring everybody on board. It's not going to be an overnight thing. It's going to be tedious. It's going to be protracted. It's going to be difficult. But we must rise to the challenge, Peter. That's what I'm saying to all the artists in their different categories. They must come to the party and make proposals on how we must overcome some of the challenges that we are facing. And we have already started, like the MEC is saying, we are launching the Mahikeng annual arts festival at the end of November, beginning of December this year. As part of promoting Mahikeng and the province, we have set aside about 10 million or so to commence that particular process. But I must also say to people, we don't want to be like Gauteng. We don't want to be like Gauteng, we want to be like Bokone, Bophirima. There are unique features about the Bokone Bophirima province, and we are going to enhance on them. Gauteng doesn't have town skull, for instance. So we can't want to be like them. They must come and see the town skull in Taung. They do not have the Sun City. We've got the Sun City. They don't have Moses Kotane. We've got Moses Kotane. They don't have JB Max. We've got JB Max. And many other things that we have that they don't have in Gauteng. So people shouldn't think that everything about Gauteng is the best. Technology allows us in our own villages to be able to do anything that you want to do in the world to advance your life. So you don't necessarily have to go to Johannesburg. So stay in Bokone Bophirima, stay in our villages, Kotlatlakanyane, Pisidi Sulejang, Mankaipa, Ardulemko. The only thing we'll have to do thing we'll have to do is to make sure that we work together with our people. We are starting a program, Peter, on the 17th of October. We are going to be moving from ward to ward, village by village, township by township. It's called Setsukozane. Setsukozane in English is well-wind. So the government will be moving together with the people, the private sector, to deal with almost every challenge that faces our people. So that program is going to be started on the 17th. We are launching it here in the capital city in Mahikeng. It will then proceed until 2019 so that we can deal with every problem that is facing our people, as I've said. And please, private sector, we are urging you. Make sure that you come forward and you work with the government. You know, the private sector, from the budget of the government, they take about 22 billion. And they don't reinvest it in the province.
As in service provision that you purchasing from them, but they're not reinvesting.
Yes, they are not.
Your spend back here.
Yes, they are not. They are not. Currently, there's capital flight from the province. That's why the economy is growing at 2.3.
Right.
When you look at it, it's because the private sector, most of them, they take their money to Limpopo, they take it to Johannesburg in Gauteng. So we're urging you to reinvest every little cent that we get from the province in the province of Bokone Bophirima. If you don't do it, we're going to develop a necessary policy that will tighten up screws so that money doesn't leave the province, but it stays here in the province.
Okay. We'll explore that a little bit just now, but a question perhaps you can address is the heritage sites that have not yet been declared.
Peter, what we are doing, we would like to focus, because we do have a declared heritage site, but we have been neglecting for so long time. Right now, we want to focus on those heritage sites that initially were declared. And then immediately after that, because we do have other heritage sites that we didn't declare it. Then after revamping those heritage sites, then we're gonna go there, go the new ones. We cannot declare and declare, but without people don't see any movement, anything happening there. We want to see, for example, we have our town skull, like our premier have said. We want to make sure that we revamp that town skull. It must be one of the most beautiful heritage sites. When the tourists come to our province, they must know there is a skull, Kotaung, and other heritage sites in our province, because there are many in the province. Yes, I do agree that some of them we have neglected them, but we are going to make sure that from now we work on it.
Okay, I want to chat to two of our departments here. I know the MEC for Tourism is not here, but HOD, Charles Ndabeni, you're here. If you could just show me where you are. Because part of this equation is you've got to get people to want to come here. And I'm just wondering what it is that you're going to do to make this, when people are sitting in London and they go online and they say they're going to South Africa, that they don't just stop in Cape Town, Johannesburg, and maybe Durban. They want to come here as well, beyond Sun City. Where are you, HOD, Dabin? What table are you on? If you could just give us your plan, your department's plan to make this province a go-to place. It's not here. Okay, all right. We'll get to that point. Maybe the Premier will ask that. But agriculture is another arena. I think the MEC for Agriculture is here. MEC Klape, are you here? Right. Okay. So one of the challenges you have is weather is not on your side at the moment. It's hot. It's dry. What are plans for blooming agriculture much further, given some of the challenges that you face here?
No, thanks, Peter. Let me also appreciate the opportunity. Maybe for starters to indicate that the department is called Rural Environment and Agricultural Development. Now, the component of environment in this department is linked to what MEC Modise is doing. We were yesterday in Taung, which is the seat of the Taung Skull. From our environmental component, we have pronounced that we have set aside 60 million that is revamping that area. The work has started in Taung Skull. The picnic site, the ablution blocks are being revamped. And we are very happy because we have started to create jobs in that regard. And we will request that the platforms that provincial government is creating, like Buali Puso, must be exploited to bring some of these proposals. Coming to agriculture, Peter, around your Taung area, we have pronounced, because of the issues of climate change that is linked to the environment issues that we are grappling with, we are extending or expanding the irrigation. We have put over 140 million rand to make sure that we expand irrigation sites. We have pronounced during our budget speech that the irrigation site in Taung will receive a chunk of this money. We are expanding to Molatedi Dam, we are expanding to Disanen Dam, we are also expanding to your Ngotwani through your aquaculture issues. Now, we have also met with our university in Bokone, Bophirima, to make sure that we develop an advisory council that will also advise us as the department on issues pertaining to agriculture. We have met with your Agri Northwest currently during the conference to make sure that together we move Northwest forward. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much indeed, MEC Klape. We'll take a quick break, and then after that we'll continue our conversation. Perhaps we can get some indication from the private sector, actually, what it's going to take to invest. The skyline of this part of the world, Mahikeng, hasn't changed all that much in the last 20 years, and I'm wondering why. Let's explore that a little bit after this. Stay with us.